Hey everyone. Welcome to the Week 4 League Managers Note. I'm joined today by Joel Gibson over here. I'm the commish, aka Mr. Modest. We love Mr. Modest, aka the People's Champ. Uh, Getting right into it, we'll start with the champs matchup. Matt wins against Simmons 5-4-2. It was a close matchup today. It all came down to assists. Simmons added 5 this week. Matt only added 1 and made a huge trade as well at the same time.
Massive. Matt has just catapulted himself into a top 3 team.
Likely a top 3. Yeah, that's kind of where I put it as well. If not top 5, we'll see how it goes. But he did give up KD for next year, so it's clear Matt's going for the repeat over future, I suppose. And
Yep.
Kyle just continues to stack up on $1 cheap keepers, I guess. Simmons is pretty beat up. He falls to 1-2. Matt's up to 2-1 in the East. That's it. That's all I really have to say about that matchup. Do you have any thoughts on it?
Um, I picked against Matt this week, but well, he pulled it out. His guys are looking okay, with Simmons being a little bit beat up. I think if Simmons had all of his guys, he may have been able to win it this week, but I don't know. With his new trade, I think that second time they match up will be a little bit more interesting.
For sure, absolutely. If Simmons can find a way to get healthy. I'm so worried about OPJ. Covington shot like twice today. And I was shocked
Seven
about that.
times.
What's that?
7 times.
7 times. He had like I was watching in the third quarter and he had like 1 field goal attempt. I zoned out after it was not exciting for me today. I'll say that. I've done nothing but focus on a certain someone next week. Anyway, moving on in the matchups. We'll just do yours, Joel. We'll get out of the way. Cody beats Joel. I don't know if anybody has caught on to this, but there are people that just have a certain tendency to beat you, and Cody is one of those people.
Well, if you recall, there was that year where I had the correction win on Cody.
Correct. Yeah, but not this year. 6-5. Former
Yeah.
champ goes down.
6-4-1 actually. But yeah, it's been a
What
bummer
did you
this year.
tie up? I
Uh,
just looked at that, and it said 6-5.
30 threes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, man.
I'm off to a rough
It's
start.
still out of reach though. I know you got your hopes up. Those 6 blocks aren't going nowhere.
So Joel falls to 1-2, below 500 for the first time in.
A long time.
Well, you started 0-1 that one year against Doug, so I guess that's technically below 500.
That's
But still, not after 3 weeks, that's for sure. And you just
No.
continue losing people.
Left and right. That said, congratulations to Cody, but I really am in an all-time kind of fuck situation here. Ayton, Collins, Paul George, Hayward. It just keeps going.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough spot. Cody moves to 2-1, and like I said, Joel 1-2. Next matchup, we've got the other blowout, or one of the blowouts, because we didn't really go through mine yet, is Eric losing to Steven. Steven is on a roll. He moves to 2-1. Eric's 0-3. I had a conversation with Eric, and he said to me, I'm worried about my team. He said that to me out loud. I won't let him forget it. I hope he's watching this. I'm worried about his team as well.
You should be worried.
Like I said, there were 2 blowouts. The other one was my matchup against Kyle. Kyle has just packed it in. He's essentially a bye. Anybody in the West's record is going to be boosted just because we get to play Eric and Kyle twice. I said that to you earlier. It's definitely more competitive in the East this year. But I'll take it. I love it. I love it out here in the West.
Yeah, As for Steven,
Yep.
it was very helpful to have Trey Young back early this week.
Gosh, he looks so good, man. I love me some Trae Young.
Me too. God damn it. But Steven looks legit, and so do you.
Yeah, yep. I didn't have Simmons there towards the end of the week. He's sitting. Bagley, they think he's going to at least need 2 more weeks. So, you know, we're getting there. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see who I pick next week. I have some interesting stats for the matchup between Steven and I next week, so stay tuned for that. Next matchup's going to be a surprise a little bit for me. You have CJ losing to Neiman 7-4. Now, I know that CJ's pretty banged up and injured and things like that. But Neiman's team is performing well above what we thought he was going to do. Now, keep in mind, we gave him and Adam some suggestions on people to get rid of. And I will say they've both done an excellent job at getting rid of those players. And look at their record now. All I'm saying is we may have had some influence in how well they're performing this year. That's all I'm saying.
It's possible. I will say I didn't see Tim Hardaway Jr. just turn on the Jets this week. But
I have no idea what they're doing out there in Dallas with their guards. I am just absolutely... Or Hardaway's not on Dallas anymore, is he? Or he is?
He is.
Oh, okay. Man, is there going to be a matchup that we get through where I don't need to correct myself? I was even right that time and was questioning myself. Anyway, Dallas, I have no idea what they're doing with their guards out there. They're rotating minutes. They don't even have a rotation. They're just making them up on a nightly basis.
Are you saying that Rick Carlisle is not a good coach? Because I think there are some people who disagree with you.
I think he's a bad coach. I want him out. Put fucking Cuban on the bench out there. I don't give a shit. I'm so tired of Carlisle's shit. Already I'm tired of it. Like there's no rhyme or reason. You know, he equates, this is how frustrated I am tonight with sports. The Dolphins going to football on a league manager's note. They won today for no reason. For no reason. They got their second win of the year for absolutely no reason. They were tanking this year. Chance at 2 top 5 picks. And for some reason, they're just like, oh, we're going to go out and win a second game. What the fuck is going on down there? Anyway, I feel the same way with Carlisle and his stupid minutes for the Dallas Guards. I'm so mad.
Oh, man.
I clearly feel passionate about it. Like I said, the next matchup's Adam beating Doug. Adam also moves to 2-1. Neiman's at 2-1. CJ's at 1-2. Doug is also at 1-2. Doug's been a little bit of a letdown for me. I kind of went hard on support for him early in the season. Taking a couple rough losses, though.
For sure. Frank Ntilikina is a surprisingly interesting ad for him.
Why do you say it's surprising?
Because all of a sudden this dude's out there playing 35 minutes.
I again am just I don't know what's going on in the NBA. I'm just chalking it up to it's still early. It's still like early weeks and people are still trying to figure shit out. That being said, that's all 6 of the matchups. Anything else for this week?
No, let's move on to the next week. Let's knock this shit out.
Might as well. We'll get this one over pretty quick. First matchup, as always, we'll do the champs matchup. It's going to be Matt at Doug. I'm going to go ahead and take Matt in this situation. Doug's let me down too many times. So
yeah, I'm going to pick Matt with his newly retooled squad.
Yeah, scary. A little scary. I mean, it's still Matt Hobart. He'll find a way to fuck it up, but there's no way lightning strikes twice, right? There's no way.
God, I hope not.
But I'll take Matt, like I said. You also took Matt, so next matchup, we might as well do yours there, big fella. We've got Joel at Adam.
I'm going to pick Adam. I am just, at this point, until I'm healthy and I have guys that aren't suspended for drugs,
right?
I can't pick me. Even if I believe my guys are better than his, there are just going to be too many missed games.
And Adam is not afraid to cycle. He's been throwing that cycle game out hard.
Yep. So, see me in like 3-4 weeks and we'll talk.
At a minimum. That's the low number. You're hoping 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, 3 or 4 weeks, I might get my hope back, you know. I might have, like, Turner. I might have Paul George. You know, just 2 key players. Maybe 3 weeks. Is that too far for Ayton? I don't know. It's possible.
We'll see. They'll probably still stick him with the full 25 at this point. Otherwise, like I said, once you pass 15, it's the full 25. Like, you're not going to...
He's already missed, like, 8 or 9 games.
Oh,
so we're getting there.
We're getting there. We are getting there. And then I think John Collins comes back the week after, right?
It's going to be like a week and a half.
Ah, okay. All right. I'm just trying to get the timetable down here for you, all right? I'm also going to pick Adam. I think he continues to roll, and that might put you at 1-3. 25% win record. Ouch.
Just rough.
Just very rough.
I had a shot at it today, and fucking JaVale McGee let me down as only JaVale McGee can.
So glad you made that awesome choice to drop Powell out of just some hope and prayer. Had to be done. It still had to be done. I said it still had to be done. You had a chance at a win. Like, you need everyone you can get, big fella.
For sure. For sure.
The last matchup in the East, all matchups in the East this week are actually 2-1 teams versus 1-2 teams. This one's Cody at Simmons. This one's really exciting. I think it's the most competitive of the East matchups for next week. I'm going to go ahead and take Cody. It'll be really interesting if both you and Simmons start out 1-3. A combined 2-6 record for you and Simmons. I want to know what the over-under for that would be. Like, if somebody had bet that, the odds of that happening are astronomical. We were talking about you two top 4 at the beginning of the season. Combined could be 2-6 at the end of next week.
Who would have thought the Erieites are not representing well outside Adam?
Adam is the sole... no, Neiman's been all right. Neiman's been okay.
That's a good point. I don't consider him an Erieite anymore since he's now in Asheville, but I guess he is an Erieite by birth.
Yeah, and also, you'd be an Ohioan, bro. Like,
that's true.
Yeah, you're from Ohio now. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself.
It doesn't apply when it's the guy talking about it, you
know. So who are you gonna pick here?
I think I'm gonna pick. I think I too am gonna pick Cody. Just Mitchell Robinson's gonna miss at least one more game with a concussion.
Yep, at least one. It might be longer. I'm worried about the concussion protocol and like what the Knicks have to bring him back. Like, they're gonna make sure he's clean as a whistle.
Yeah, and Luka has just been a monster.
Absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Let's go out west now. I think we'll start. The first one's going to be Neiman at Eric. We were talking about Neiman. Might as well just do his matchup. I'm going to pick Neiman against Eric here. I think Eric has every right to be worried. And hashtag load management, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think Eric sucks. So I'm picking Neiman too.
I love this year. It's just been so good so far. Next one is a real firecracker here. It's Kyle and an injured injured CJ. I'm sorry, Kyle and an injured CJ. Good news is Kyle traded away most of his active players, so I think CJ's got this one in the bag.
I think so too. CJ should be able to just roll right on past him.
And Dre is probable this week. CJ's team's better than a 1-2 record, in my opinion. I'm throwing that out there. He gave me a run. I think he's a little bit more serious than what his record shows.
We'll see if Drummond's stats come down with Blake Griffin coming back this week, too.
Yeah, I'm really interested. I think he's going to lose a little bit of the rebounds. They're just going to try to, pull him off a little bit, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense to me.
We'll see. And then the last matchup, by far the biggest matchup of the week, is going to be Steven at Modest. Now, first off, I'd like to say good luck to Steven. He and I always seem to be in this position where we have big matchups when we play each other. Steven's team is playing really well. I want it noted that Greek and Rubio only have 2 games next. Well, and also Splash Mountain, and you know how important he could be. They only have 2 games next week. It's tough to lose my top 5 player, or at least only have him for 2 games. Harden has 4 games next week. So his points and assists and threes, he was going to beat me in all those anyway. My prediction is going to be 6'5", Mr. Modest, defense wins championships, baby.
Well, I believe that James Harden is the best fantasy basketball player on earth. I'm picking James Harden. I'm picking Steven.
That's a good idea. If I wasn't undefeated and it was in the middle of the season, I might pick Steven. But I'm gonna cycle the shit out of you, Steven. I'm telling you what I'm doing right now. Starting Tuesday, I'm cycling in the DeLon Wright spot. Feel free to cycle. If not, that's fine. Keep your pretty $100. But if you want to win this week, you're gonna spend some money.
I can't wait for DeLon Wright to blow up after you drop him.
Bro, I am so tired of Carlisle and his shit. I don't want to talk about it. Today's line, he had fucking 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 points. All garbage time. Because Carlisle just fucking I literally watched that game and was so infuriated today. Every time he got a stat in garbage time, I was angry. I was angry about it. I am pissed. But there's your warning, Steven. I hope you're watching. I want it to be a good week. I really wish you good luck. But, man, if I could just beat you, Neiman, then he could be next after you. I'll just start knocking everyone out. I play Hobert twice this year. That's 2 losses for Hobert. We'll see if he's a contender.
Ooh, big words.
I'm fired up. My team's good. I'm allowed to yell at people and say I'm good. I had to sit there for 16, 18 full months and just, my team sucks. I'm rebuilding. Not now. I'm built. We will
be built, but we'll see if I can't put some shit together at the end of this.
We'll see how it goes. But other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. It's been really interesting. I think I'll have an updated list up for everybody tomorrow with the caps. Outside of that, anything from you, Joel?
I think that's it. Good luck to everyone this week.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, everyone else suffers as many injuries as I have.
I don't think that's possible at this point, even if we started now.
It would even out the playing field.
Also a note, Simmons is injured for me this week as well, which goes back to that assist point. I didn't mention that. All I'm going to say is good luck, Steven. Defense wins championships. This game reminds me a lot of last year's finals where you had the 3-ball scoring Warriors, who's Steven right now, and then you've got the Raptors and Kawhi and the Claw and all the defense. Danny Green, we're putting it back together. Defense wins championships. Mr. Modest 4-0, undefeated. See you next week.
I'll see you next week. Good luck, man.
Bye.